Hello everyone, my name is Lewis and today I'm going to be teaching you how to publish and create your own custom room in RecRoom. First thing you want to do is look at your watch, like always. Press the create button and then press create new room. If you have created new rooms you should see them down here, or you could just search them by the room name. But first we just press in the create new room. If we press on that, it should come up saying create a new room. Here, if you press this, it should come up with a name. So if you want to make a name, you can just get rid of all of that, or you can keep it, but we're going to make a public room. Any room name that's pretty much based on your room. So now press the create button, and you should load out of the current room you're in into the new room. Here, if you're in a private room already, it should say save or don't save, but if you don't do anything, just press don't save. Once you've loaded in, you should hear coach speaking to you saying you can create the public room and everything, but you should spawn with your makeup in your hand. If you did not spawn with the makeup in your hand, go to your watch, press backpack, press using the makeup pen. Next you should be in this cool looking room with lights, 2 windows and just walls all around you. What people do is go to the makeup pen, press delete and delete the walls. They always keep the floor so they know where the actual floor is, because if not, it's just a void. What some creators do is they always delete these buttons, and what I do is I just put these under the map because I don't really use them. Here you can make anything. If you've looked at my other tutorials, you should see how to make things, but let's just sponsor a few inventions. This is all I'm going to do for now, because I'm not going to build a whole entire room just for a tutorial video. So what you want to do is look at your watch, press this room, and press the save room button. Once the room has been saved, it should say room saved, and then this save room button should be blanked. Let's go on about the main settings that you see when you click this room. On this room you should see a favorite and cheer. You can favorite and cheer your own room, but it's up to you. We have a settings button, the save room button that I've just gone over, this arrow button, and this pay button. This is the room reload button. If you press it, it should come up with every save you have made. If you click on that save and press load selected save, it should just go back in time to where you just were. You can press that, it will load the room, but I'm not going to do that now. This is a quick button. If you click that, it should come up just like you're creating your own custom room, but clones the room that you're currently in with the current save. I'm not going to do that because it'll send me to a new room and I cannot be bothered going through all the loading screens. So I'm just going to press cancel on that. Next, let's go into the room settings. If you press room settings, you should come up with a lot of settings here. It should take you first to the main settings page. Here you should see publish room, change cover photo, the room name, the creator, and the room description. Let's start off with the change cover photo. If you press that, if you took any photos in this room, they should all appear here, but since I have not, I'm going to press take photo. This is just for the room cover. So if I just do this, that will be my room cover. It should say uploading, then you should get a notification on your watch, and there we go. Here, if you do not like your name, you can press this, then change your name. Then I'm going to change it, and there you go. It should say successfully changed room name. If you do have any corners in the room and you are giving up being an owner of a room, since I have no corners in this room, it will not show up or work. Next, let's add a room description. Here, if we press this, we can delete everything here. So now let's add a room description. This is a tutorial room. There we go. Now press save and it should just save the description. Next, the primary tags. This is what category your room will show up in. If I click this, which one would you want it to be? Which one is it like? Is it like an action room, an arcade, art, board game, casual, education, game, or hangout? This game is going to be a hangout. So let's add a secondary tag. So I'm going to scroll down until I find the tag that is going to be. So for example, it's going to be hangout and it's going to be a roleplay room. There we go. If you go down it again, you should see additional tags. This is where you can add your own tags. So if you're going to do a contest, all you need to do is the contest name. So say the contest name is Happy Me, and you'll press the tag, and there it is. So say if I do this, and if I publish the room, and I search up hashtag happy me, if my room's the only room in hashtag happy me, then my room will show. Next, if you scroll down, you can have a warning text. If you do not know what a warning text is when someone clicks on the game, it can tell you if it's spooky, mature, bright flashing lights, intense motion, or stuff like that. But mine is not, so I'm not going to use that. Only use this for a horror game or a really intense game. Next, we have allow beta content tools. You're not going to be using this in the video, so just ignore it. Next is other players can copy this room. People go to this room, they will be able to copy the room like how we can copy the room. I would recommend having this off if you have spent a long time in the room building it. Next we have support walk in VR and support teleport in VR. This is so if I disable this, I will not be able to walk around once I've saved the room. If I disable this, I will not be able to teleport inside the room. Next is support screen mode. This allows screen players to see this room. If I disable that, this room will not be on their device. It's kind of like Sendo is not on Quest 2, if you get what I mean. But I do want people to come into this room, even screen role players. Next is AI. If you have a lot of AI in the room and you want to destroy it all, if you press destroy all AI, it will just destroy all the AI. You can also press ignore players, so all the AIs that are flying around will not notice any players and they'll just walk straight past them. Let's go into the load screen. This is only on screen mode, so only screen mode players will be able to see this. If I press edit mode, I'll be able to choose my own things for it. I can choose a photo. Let me take a photo of these guys here. It should say upload and you should get a notification on your watch saying it's updated. It will be there, you just probably won't be able to see it. Next you can add a title as loading in. Then you can add subtitles to the room. So this will be the main bit of it, and then underneath will be the subtitle of the room. So you can say this room is scary, this room is fun. I'm going to do this room is fun. There we go. Press save on that one and press save on that one. And if you scroll down you should see delete room. This will delete the current room that you are in, so I would not do that if you spend a long time on it. Next, let's move over to subrooms. Subrooms, you can add a different subroom. So say if you have different levels in your room, if you press add subroom, you'll be able to add different levels. Let's go to the subroom settings. If you do not know what room you're in, it will say you are here in the room that you are in. You can clone this subroom, or you can just go into the settings. Once you're in the subroom settings, you can change the subroom name, or change the version of the room. If you press this, I do not have any other saves, it will take me to different saves of the room. If you scroll down, we should see max play count for this subroom. We can turn all the way up to 40, so 40 players max can come into this room. Or if you turn it all the way down, 1 player max can come into the room. Usually keep it around 20 or something like that, since 20 or 30 out of it. I'm going to do 20 here. Next is the subroom mood. So, which one do you want? You can have sunny day, calm night, tropical sunset, outer space, wild night, cozy sunset, misty sunrise, spooky night. This is what people use for horror games. And then stun runner. This is used for the actual game stun runner. I'm going to keep it on cozy sunset because it's the coolest. I'm going to scroll down. Show circuits to everyone. This does, so if someone's doing circuits in the room and you turn on this, you should be able to see what that person's doing without having to hold out the makeup in. And the rest you do not need to worry about. Let's go to move subroom. If you press move subroom, you can move this subroom into different rooms that you are co-owner or owner of. If we choose a room, then we'll be able to press select and it will move this subroom into that room. But we're not going to do that. Once you've done all your settings, you can just press save settings and it will save the room. There we go, now it's a successfully saved subroom. If we go back and we can go to keys. This is so you can add currency and stuff into your room for actual tokens. We're not going to go over these three. We're not going to go over these three here. Because I do not have RecRoom Plus, and Plus it's not part of this video. Next, let's go to earnings. If you do have RecRoom Plus and you do have keys, currency, or consumables, this is where you can split all the earnings. If I remove this, I can split all the earnings equally. So if I have 2 owners and I turn this on, I will have 50 and the co-owner will. Here, if I turn this off, I can change my own. So say if I wanted 90% earnings, you can do 90% and you can give the other player 10%. You can only make it so all of the total percentage adds up to 100. Since I only have 90%, you will not be able to save it, so I will have to give myself 100. But if you do this, split them equally, then it should split between everyone. Then you can click save settings, and it would save the room, but I haven't changed anything. Next, let's ignore this one and go to the permissions. Permissions, so you can add people to corner, moderator or host in your room. So by doing that, all you do is press the player icon, then you'll press the invite button, so they will get an invite to corner. Next we have moderator. That's just an add button, so you can automatically add someone to moderator, then also remove them. Same goes for host. You can add them or remove them from host. Let's go into the settings. All the settings do the exact same thing, so I'm only going to go over one. That's the corner settings. The corner settings, so you can choose to can edit permissions. If they can edit permissions, they will have these setting icons here. I usually have that on. I trust my corners to actually work on the room and be able to change their own settings. Next is the delete all button. The delete all button is on the make pen right at the very bottom. If I press that delete all button, everything in the room should just disappear and get deleted. I usually keep that on for corners because I trust them. Use make pen. I trust my corners, so once again I accept this rule. And we have room reset button. I've just shown you what the room reset button was, and can save inventions. I always have these on. Because I trust my corners, I make it so they can instant kick people. That's just to click on someone and vote kick them. Also can talk, obviously they will be allowed to talk. Next is misc. So you can choose them if they can use the share camera, print photos, spawn consumables, or they can self-revive in PvP games. Also, auto-assign game roles is if you make a game role chip and then you edit it and add a role, then they will be able to do anything that role says they can do. Let's skip this one and go to the next page. They can end games earlier. This is mainly for PvP, so I'm not going to go over it. Also, start goes with can start games. So that's it for all the settings on the thing. Next, let's go to game roles. Game roles is pretty much the exact same, but people usually only edit everyone. Once you click the cogwheel, the make pen should spawn in front of you, so you can look at the top and it should have some settings. There you go. Once you pick up your make pen, you should see this configure object. This is for everyone in the room. So if I enable everyone can fly in the room, we will be able to fly without the make pen. And also this is all the other settings. They will be able to move, so just keep everything off. But say if you want hip equipment, this is so they can host the stuff like you see in RecRoom Original Quests and Summer RecRoom Originals and other community games. You can leave this off if it's just a hangout like mine is. Next we have shoulder equipments. This is just so they can put stuff on behind the back. Next is voice roll off distance. If you turn that all the way up, you will be able to hear someone from 500 meters away. The rest settings don't really matter, so we can just go back and look at our watch. Once you've done all the settings for this room, you can go all the way back to the main settings. Scroll all the way up and press the publish room button. It should come up with this page right here, and just press publish room. There you go. Now it should come up with this page right here. Customize announcement. You can add this will make announcements go to subscribers. If you want to customize it, you can press OK, but if you don't, press no. You can edit anything this says and also change the room profile picture, but I'm going to keep it the exact same and press publish. Now the room is published. So now once the room is published, you can go to your profile, portfolio, and if you scroll down, you should see your announcement and also all your rooms. Here's your room right here. Once you click on it, you still have the exact same. You can view scoreboard, you can start a game if you added a game chip, and then you can go to public or private version of the game. If you press settings, you can scroll all the way to the side to see public instances of this room. Okay, that is it for this RecRoom tutorial. I'll see you all in the next tutorial. Goodbye.